Good morning. It's Friday, 15th of July 2016. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.r1eng.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Daily News says, VAT Bill on hold. The proposed value-added tax amendment bill will not be presented in Parliament on July 20th as scheduled, Finance State Minister Lakshman Yapa Abeyewardena said. A case has been filed in the Supreme Court yesterday seeking a declaration that the bill shall become law only through a two-thirds majority in Parliament and the approval of the people at a referendum. Therefore, the proposed amendment bill will not be able to be presented in Parliament as scheduled, he said. There's another highlight says, Harsha warns increased diaspora involvement in reconciliation. Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Harsha De Silva called for the increased involvement of the Sri Lankan diaspora in ongoing reconciliation efforts. De Silva said that though members of the diaspora are no longer citizens of Sri Lanka, they still have strong ties to the country and should be involved in politics. The highlight in the middle says, Patali threatens legal action against Vasu. Western Development and Megapolis Minister Patali Champika Ranaweka yesterday said legal action will be taken against joint opposition MP Vasudeva Nanayakkara for levelling false allegations to hold him responsible over the controversial coal procurement tender. There's another highlight which says, Sapogas Kanda oil refinery at risk of exploding. Ceylon Petroleum Common Workers Association sources yesterday revealed that the Sapogas Kanda oil refinery is currently at risk of exploding due to the absence of proper maintenance for a long period. And the highlight at the bottom says, Demand to probe coal purchase irregularity. Voice Against Corruption convener Vasantha Samarasinghe alleged that a financial irregularity amounting 1,803 million rupees had taken place in 2015 when purchasing coal for the Nurecholi power plant owned by the Ceylon Electricity Board, and suitable legal action should be taken against the former Power and Renewable Energy Minister. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The main highlight says, Champika accused of 1,803 million rupees coal tender scam. JVP demands punishment. Another highlight says, Suwanda Adariya lands lucky in court. Colombo Chief Magistrate Gihan Pilapitiya yesterday granted approval to the Colombo Crimes Division to launch a probe into a breach of trust case involving veteran film star Lucky Dias, who is alleged to have obtained a loan of 784,000 rupees for the production of a teledrama titled Suwanda Pirunu Adariya and failing to repay the loan. And the highlight in the middle says, May pledges bold new future. In her first remarks as Prime Minister, Theresa May said she wanted to be the better country that worked for all its citizens and would battle to keep the United Kingdom together. Queen Elizabeth II invited Conservative Party leader Mrs. May to form a new government in an audience at Buckingham Palace shortly after David Cameron tendered his resignation to the monarch. And the highlight at the bottom says, Kidney transplant ban stays. A ban on foreigners receiving kidney transplants in Sri Lanka will not be lifted because the country faces the possibility of being blacklisted by the World Health Organization, Minister of Health, Nutrition and Indigenous Medicine Dr. Rajitha Senratna said yesterday. Let's now move to the paper highlights in Daily Mirror. The main highlight in the top left corner says, Bharata killing. Judgment fixed for September 8th. Oral submissions in connection with the case against former parliamentarian Duminda Silva and 12 others over the killing of Bharata Lakshman Premachandra and 3 others was concluded yesterday and fixed for judgment on September 8th by the trial at bar in the Colombo High Court. There's another highlight which says, Government announces price controls on 16 items. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry yesterday announced the controlled prices for 16 essential items including red dal, white sugar, potatoes, imported onions and full cream milk powder. The gazette is to be released today and the prices are effective immediately. The highlight in the middle says, Government has agreed on foreign observers and not judges, says Sarath Fonseca. The government had agreed to allow foreign observers and obtain international technical assistance for machinery that would be set up to probe alleged human rights violations during the wartime, Provincial Development Minister Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca said yesterday. There's another highlight which says, German child electrocuted. A German child aged about 2 years was electrocuted on Wednesday while he was staying at a hotel in Bennapur with his parents. And the highlight at the bottom says, petition calls for 2/3 majority referendum. A public interest litigant lawyer yesterday filed a petition for the special determination of the Supreme Court on the bill titled Value Added Tax Amendment 2016. That's all for today's newspaper highlights. We'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.